Welcome back, everybody, to RSL 3, hosted here on Dapple Productions. My name is Casterhead, and I'm joined here again by Zari, a little commentator switch in our lineup over here, ready on group number D. It's actually letter D. It's group D against Lekker Trek. I don't know why it says Lekka there. It's Lekker Trek, which is super Dutch, against Toxic Icecream. And I know these are two very high-level teams playing here. I just had my group stage and it didn't went too well, so hopefully, the gang wasn't meant to be. I'm so sad. The gang wasn't meant to be, but hopefully these two teams will do it a little bit better than I did. We're gonna start off tonight's round first at Tower Control on Inkblot Art Academy. We've seen this a couple times already in this tournament. I had my first match in there. We somehow didn't lose to a knockout, which is, in my eyes, was a win. But how do you feel? How do you feel against it with these two teams?
Because as we've been seeing the whole way through the tournament, you're saying it goes, we've been seeing it a lot and we're going to see it again. So we're going to have to see what we're getting from both teams here. Okay, definitely a shorter range comp from the Toxic Icecream here. Very much interesting. It does seem like
Lekker Trek. Yeah, Lekker Trek. I think it should be on the scoreboard. Yeah, I think Lekker Trek is a little bit better with the first push. They're going in a lot deeper, getting 3 players off of Toxic Icecream, off the board. Straight up, gonna take up the tower, going to the first checkpoint. It is Afro trying their best, but Banana quickly makes version. Another grab tank comes out inside of the base of Toxic Icecream. Not gonna look good for them because they have to fight all the way against it. Another couple touches activated in that base as well. Ninja, I see. That's gonna make it even more annoying to get pushed in. We do see Tri-Tracks coming out. Can they get a splat? Can they help something? No, it cannot. 3 players down, and that's a full wipeout on the side of Toxic Icecream. The Lekker Trek is pushing straight through those checkpoints.
Yep, one left to go through. Aneth and Crab, very application position there. Really, how is Toxic Icecream supposed to get anywhere near the tower to stop it from pushing through that checkpoint? And they've got another Crab ready on the tower, but those, they do not have enough time with those tri-strikes there to really stop anything from happening. That will be game 1 to Lekker Trek.
Hey, that's a good pronunciation.
Yay!
Hey, that's pretty good.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, but look at it. Look at these players: Banana, Brian, Robba, Sandu. Like, these been players known in the community. They've been on top of the community for years and years. Brian and Sandu, especially, being up there since Splatoon 1. Robba always made his way in there as well, but made his name very big in Splatoon 2. So did Banana. So it's expected for this team to be good. But Toxic Icecream did put up a decent fight. But let's see how they're going to fare here. Another map we've seen a lot. That is Splat Zones on Manta Maria, which is one of the more newer additions. Not the newest edition, but it's one of the more newer additions to Splatoon 3. And because of the map being a bit more wider, you see a lot of interesting comps here. So hopefully, let's see how Lekker Trek fares, because I know a lot of these players play very unique weapons.
Yep, yes they do. And also we've been seeing at times the first match goes kind of pretty quickly, but then Splat Zones, sometimes you'll have a bit more of an upset because it's such a different kind of objective, because you can just get to mid and keep it, but instead of having to move with the objective through the zone, through the map even. So maybe Toxic Icecream might be better on a more stationary objective. Maybe that's more their kind of thing. But we do have to wait and see. And maybe there might be some changes to comp. Do you think they're gonna be any?
I think Lekker Trek has a very solid comp already. I think Toxic Icecream does need a little bit of extra range to counter everything Lekker Trek is throwing at them, because especially at that short of a range, I don't think I want to fight these specific people. So maybe a little bit of extra range might help them a lot, but I'd have to see. Maybe the first game, like you said, was just a little bit of okay, what are they doing, and kind of snowbally, and then the second game, maybe they climb out back a little bit, score some points. So let's see how they're gonna throw it. I think all of them are about to be ready for that next set. If I can closely look at the one screen, I see the words battle time on the screen. Let's see how we're gonna throw in this. You see Of course, Splat Zones are meant to be a very big open map. We do see a little bit of a weapon change here, going with that legendary brush from Robbe. Also, I think the Toxic Ice Cream is very similar, but let's see how Robbe's legendary brush will fight against these people.
Yep, yes indeed, and that does mean the first round they had, Lekker Backtrack had not only that ballpoint, but also the blaster, to help them keep up that range, but it doesn't seem like they need it against this kind of a team. Yep, certainly doesn't look like it. That is already 3 down for Toxic Ice Cream, and not really the start they were looking for.
No, definitely not. Brian on that inkjet. It's going to be Brian and Salvador is carrying on the backline, but Brian with an inkjet, I think it's even more scary. Robin getting splattered here while using the hammer by the Splash-O-Matic. The Splash-O-Matic, I'm sorry, also uses their missiles to get control of one zone, with Brian being on top there with that ballpoint, able to paint so rapidly, gets that zone back like it's nothing, and that point counter from Lekker Backtrack is just going down and down and down. We're already past the halfway mark, and Toxic Ice Cream doesn't seem to get any control of the map. Big Bubbler on their base, a little bit desperate of a splash there, goes out, gets splattered by a bomb, and then who throws it in there, a very tactical bomb for that quick splat, and now they're still inside of the base of Toxic Ice Cream. They're doing their best to trying to get out, but it does look as happening with an inkjet in there as well. It doesn't look too good. They got a splat recap with that bomb, but it's not enough, as only 5 ticks are gonna prevent them from moving in at all. Robin a very sneaky defense, but Lekker Backtrack with a very, very quick 2-0 wins Group D round number 1.
Yep, yes indeed. That first set will go to Lekker Backtrack and will mean that they are well on their way to getting into Alpha Bracket.
They are, but I mean, Lekker Backtrack was to be expected to one of those teams which was very good, like the same one with Dude. I forgot the team name quickly. I played against him as well.
Do you mean Dickaban?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Dickaban. They were also like one of those teams which I at least personally expected to see them like very high up in the Alpha Bracket, if not the finals. So of course Lekker Backtrack having this quick 2-0, to me it makes a lot of sense. But I think Toxic Ice Cream is going to climb back against these other teams, because there's still a couple teams they have to fight through. I'm going to quickly get my bracket on my screen so I know what's going on. I dropped something. The power of lands, where my small mistakes are definitely noticeable, but that's okay.
Yep, yep.
We're all here to have a lot of fun. There's a lovely crowd. Can we get a view of the crowd? Can we get a view of the crowd on stream? We have a lovely crowd. Can we get some cheers from the crowd? It's just surprisingly empty now.
We promised they were there.
We
there.
We promise. There's more off camera. I promise you. There's more people off camera. But this, what do you think actually? What do you think of this venue? I don't know if maybe she was talking about this, but while we're waiting here, what do you think of RSL this year?
Yeah, no, it's been working really well, and especially like it has to be said that the weather is very warm here in the Netherlands, which regardless of where you go, you're very warm. But it is quite nice, like just to be able to, sit and watch, and also these tables are quite nice to be able to discuss and chat with people. And then the stage works really well, and then we have this booth off to the side for commentary specifically and for streaming. And we've been told that we've been talking too long, so we're gonna go to a break.
Oh man, why is it like this?